So it's been a week since Cyberpunk 2077 came out, and I mean, there's bad news all over the internet. I'm talking about poor optimization on current gen consoles. Well, last gen consoles now because like the Series X and PlayStation 5 is out. But all the games at this point are still like cross gen, so it's not really next gen yet until like probably another year or two from now. But other than that, like yeah, the games run poorly. I played it on Xbox One, like my original Xbox One. I still got it plugged up. I haven't switched it out with the Xbox One X yet, and like it's choppy, but like um, I still played it a little bit just to like see, because I've been seeing all like the comments, the videos. I've been seeing it everywhere, so I went to go play it on there. Yeah, it's bad. Like I'm not a person that like would you know step on a game because it's like running poorly. Like if it's playable, it's playable. But yeah, it doesn't look as good as they advertise. It doesn't play as good as they advertise, but it still plays pretty well. It's not perfect, of course. Like it's trash to some people's standards, but I've played worse games. And Cyberpunk 2077 is not as bad as everybody on the internet making it seem. But just from my experience alone, because I know people and their game is bugging like crazy, like they're going through hell. But for me, I don't know if it's the software I'm running from preview that's that's helping me, or I don't know. But I played Cyberpunk. I beat it twice now. Well, I got like two different endings. Uh, and I played like a lot, a lot of it, and I didn't get bugs. Like my game wasn't buggy. And it's crazy. A lot of people like, bro, my game been bugging like crazy since the beginning. Some people stuck in tutorial. People has been having problems with missions not showing up. And I'm like, my experience has been like significantly bug free. And it's crazy that not that many people is having that experience. And yeah, there's problems with the game that need to get fixed. But legit, like my first playthrough of the game, like I just been playing it, like just running through, doing side quests, all this stuff. And like the game's good. Like it could be better, story wise, world wise. Like even like small things, like doors that just don't fucking work. And it's not because like it's a bug in the game and doors don't work. Like no, there's doors that legit just you can't open. They're just glass doors. You can't break them. You can't you can't open them. They hinder like gameplay aspects, and I'll be like, this would have been a good entry point for a mission, but the door just doesn't work. So you have to go a certain way in the mission. I'm like, it takes away the dynamic of the game. But that's just like personal opinion. But like, I didn't have no game breaking bugs pop in. I've seen some of that, but other than that, like, it's been running smooth. Weapons been working correctly. Players been appearing correctly. I guess the game's been running well on my Xbox Series X, and the only time I experienced a bug was like legit at the end of the game. Like the legit no return sequence of the game all the way up until the last cutscene. Like some players' dialogue just stopped working. Like they just stopped speaking. Well, they were talking, but like the audio for them talking, like their voice actors were gone. It's like their voices just wasn't there yet or something. Like they didn't patch that in. So that's the only bug that I had. But that was legit at the end of the game after I don't even know how many hours I played. But the whole experience before that has been like very well for me. So I've seen all the bad shit all about it. I've seen like graphics and Digital Foundry. Everybody's making fun of how it runs on the consoles back then. And I don't know. It's just maybe I'm just a lucky one because I don't know. I it's been I've been running it and it's been running well, except at the end of the game. Legit, the end of the game was so strange, and I beat the game. Then I went back and I chose some difference and I beat it again just to see. And then I went back and I just started doing every side quest I can possibly do that I haven't done yet. Just like leveling up, seeing what else I can get into. But I didn't rush through the game at all. I played a lot of it before I got to the end. Like I had like a very fluid experience towards the end of the game, doing side quests and all kind of stuff, meeting all the characters that I could meet. not like forcing anything. So it's some missions that I just didn't take. I'm like, I don't want to do that mission, and I just don't take it. And everybody's playthrough would be different because they take every mission. Some people take no missions. I was just doing like, hey, as immersive as I can. Is this something I like? I go do it. If it's something I don't like, oh no, you can keep that to yourself. And that's how I play the game. That's how a lot of people should play the game. They shouldn't just, oh, I'm just about to go completionist. Don't do that your first playthrough. Just go do what you want to do. Have some fun. Play the game. Experience it for yourself. Then you can go do all the other stuff later. I've seen glitches, money glitches, all kind of stuff. I didn't do none of that. The first thing I did when I got in the game is the boxing missions, bro. I had to go throw hands. Some people like throwing hands, some people don't. It's cool. But I've had a pretty good time playing the game. I'm gonna play through it again. I don't know if I'm gonna upload it on the channel. I can. I uploaded one like when I first started, like the day it came out. But I think I can probably run through it again because it's still one class that I haven't played yet, and that's the Nomad. I want to see their beginning and then play through it as a Nomad as well, just to see the dialogue changes. There's not many of them, but like there's some like significant changes. The Street Kid has like some of the best dialogue. The Corpo was alright. Like it was pretty basic. Like the Corpo's intro was so fast that I didn't even realize I was doing a different intro because it instantly got to tutorial. Like the Street Kid, I think the Street Kid had a better intro. Um, don't know. I think I was one of the lucky people out of so many that bought the game that actually got to play it and did not break at all. Well, except the end for me. Um, and I've been lucky with preview as well because I've been in Xbox preview for so long, and I've known people that lost consoles to preview updates, and I'm a like top tier of preview, so like I get the shit that destroys consoles, and I've been lucky enough to not get my console destroyed. So I guess I'm in that same bunch when it comes to CD Projekt Red and this Cyberpunk 2077. It's crazy how many problems it got though. Like I've been seeing and hearing about problems. I haven't been watching too many videos because I just played the game fluidly just to see what I like and what I don't like. I go watch videos now that I've beat it twice. Um, but other than that, yeah. And I've been seeing articles. They've been shitting on CD Projekt Red, bro. And I already didn't like CD Projekt Red. I know if y'all watched my Witcher video, y'all know this already. Like they made trash games the whole time. Like I haven't liked the Witcher game, and that's all their resume really got. So like Cyberpunk, I was expecting it to be an alright game, and it's an alright game. Like it's trash to a lot of people, but I liked it. It was alright. It could have been a lot better. I just think the world was, I don't know. Maybe because I'm a dark person. I'm a dark person, so I expected more darkness in the cyberpunk world. Like Dead Sex levels of darkness, I think. Or Dead Sex wasn't that dark, but like it had like some twisted shit in Dead Sex. It did have some of that in this game, but it was more subtle. Like if like I said, like when I was playing this game, like if Rockstar made a cyberpunk game, it would definitely be better. Cause Rockstar know how to build a fucked up world. With GTA, they know how to just put some crazy shit in the world. They don't care. They go over the top with all kind of stuff. It was so many aspects of the world that I wish was there that wasn't. And I'm like, Rockstar would have put that shit in and not gave a fuck about what the critics said. They would have put all kind of shit in this game. It was so many things that kind of like got slid to the wayside in the cyberpunk like world. But like carjacking was alright. You couldn't carjack everything. And you couldn't keep the cars that you carjacked. And I was kind of upset about that because I stole like some top tier cars. And then they just go away. And they want you to like buy cars. I'm like, I'm not buying no fucking cars. But you get a lot of free cars. That's one thing. Doing missions and you getting like free stuff. There's a lot of good free shit. I ain't buy anything in the game. I got everything I beat the game with. Clothes, weapons, everything. I just found on the ground. Killed somebody or stole it out of a chest. And it was real good with that. I didn't have to spend money. Except when I was bribing people. But then sometimes you just intimidate people. Like, all right, just get the hell out of here, and they be like, oh, I'm sorry, bro. And you just go. Like, I like the dynamic that the game had, even though some of it was lacking. The stealth was definitely underplayed in this game. The hacking was underwhelming too, because the hacks that they showed in like previews and stuff, I didn't find any of those. And like I had a top tier like hacking thing. My hacking skill was kind of high, but legit some of the hacking techniques I never found. Like some of them that they showed in preview were like you can make somebody shoot themselves and all that. I didn't find none of that. I'm like, I really wanted to hack some niggas and you can't. Like, I don't know if it's just not in the game yet. And I don't know. I don't know. The game, like, it felt unfinished at some points. Like when I'm playing, just thoughts in my mind. Like, why didn't they add this? Like I'd be playing the game and I'm like, why the fuck is it like this? But like, it could have been just a direction. Like if I was able to make changes, I definitely would. But it would be like small changes. It wouldn't be like game changing things. Like it's some missions where like I was perfectly stealthy, but then they force you to like go loud because you only can do one thing. And I'm like, why couldn't I just sneak in the back door and kill this man? They didn't let you. Like it was a door right there. You could sneak up behind them, but the door is just a door. You can't interact with the door, can't hack the door, nothing. I mean, you have to go through the front door, and you have to get caught, and you have to have this whole sequence, and it's so dumb. And I'm like, I could have stealthily did this whole mission and been out of there, but for some reason they forced you to go through the front door, and you gotta fight your way out the whole fucking thing. And I'm like, you ruined the game for me, friend. You ruined it. But it was just that mission. Like they ruined that mission for it because I stealth through. Ah man, I was the smoothest criminal in the world, and then they just force you to have to fight your way out. And I'm like, I'm not even built like that. I was running around with flame fists the whole game. Yes, fist with fire on it, and that was punching niggas to death. It was so fun, but like, yeah, then they ruined it by having me fight my way out of the whole fucking building, and I'm like, bro, you fucking ruined my playthrough. But I got out alive. Like I beat everybody to death, got out of there, and continued the game as I did. The Keanu character, Johnny Silverhand, was that nigga was great. When I first played it, like my first time like getting towards the ending, I was like fuck Johnny Silverhand the whole game. Because hey, that's how I really played it. I was immersing. I was like, alright, I'm gonna make every decision that I want to make, I'm making it. I don't care about story, shit. Like how it affects the story, because I didn't really know. I didn't look up anything. So I was like, fuck Johnny Silverhand the whole time. And by the end of the game, it's like, alright, like I don't know. I think I got like the bad ending or some shit. It was the ending was fucking horrible for me. So then I just went back. I did the other ending, and it still was trash. Like it wasn't that good. But now I'm like doing all the side quests, and you like, learn more about Johnny Silverhand because I just fucked that nigga the whole game. I didn't talk to him, none of that. So like, now I'm like doing side quests and all that, learning more about that side of the story that I skipped all of it, and it's actually going pretty well. But yeah, it's horrible people experiences on Cyberpunk. It's straight crazy what you hear and what you see, and I'm like, damn, I didn't see none of that. Like, it's just it was so surprising to me that like every time people like a small glitch here, a game breaking bug there, and I'm like, I didn't see not a single thing. But yeah, once I got to the end, everybody just went mute, and only your player character ever spoke. And I'm like, that's fucking weird. Like, like the whole time missions are going on, dialogue is just flying across the screen. I got subtitles on, but everybody's mute. And I'm like, all right, this is anticlimactic because everybody's mute. But then like when you start fighting and stuff, like the audio comes back. But then when you're getting cutscenes and stuff, like talking to other players, other characters, they just mute. They were just mute, and I'm like, well, there's the bugs for me. And the audio never really came back. And I don't know, cause like it happened both times I went to the end of the game. But when it sends you back to before the end of the game, like after you beat the game, and you just go do all the side quests that you want to do, like everybody's audio is there. So I guess the audio for the end of the game is just not there. I don't know. I can't really tell you. Like I'm gonna play through it again and get to the end after I do all these side quests to see if anything changed. It might change. It might not change. I don't know. But hey, this is my experience with Cyberpunk. Y'all can let me know y'all experiences down below because everybody's is different from what I've been hearing. Everybody's experiencing something different, and some people having all the same game breaking bugs. But in my case, hey, I beat the curve. I'm the 1%. And I mean, I got to experience the game for I guess what nobody else's did. Not really. And it's an alright game. I mean, I give it like a 7, a 7 out of 10. Like I wouldn't say it's fucking horrible. I know people on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, they probably like, oh, this game is fucking shit. Like you can't see, you can't play. But for me, like having getting to play through it with none of the bugs and shit, I definitely give it like a 7. It could have been better. It could have been a whole lot better. But I guess since they wanted this game so bad, developers were like, fuck it, give it to them. And they gave them just a pile of shit. They gave the players a pile of shit, but everybody kept begging for the game. So I kind of see what happened. And CD Projekt took on too much. Because if they would have made the game that they was already making, when they showed the gameplay demo way back and they was playing through the game, like before the next gen consoles even got announced and shit like that, they should have just stayed on that track. But then next gen start coming, they was like, all right, we making next gen versions, and they start working on like 9 different versions of this game, and it's like that's where they fucked up. You want to make 9 different versions of a game, and you're not even done with the first 2 versions, and yeah, it blew up in their face. They held a grenade, and that bitch blew the fuck up. So, hey, RIP to their reputation of being the greats. I never thought they were that good in the first place, but everybody gave them the pedestal, and they fell the fuck off of it. So yeah, let me know what you think about Cyberpunk. I think I'm gonna go play more of it. I got some testing to do though. Preview keeping busy, and I'll see y'all in the next video.